to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gators will put total leather to crank us up. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Gets rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lucas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Seminoles were able to squeak out a close one the last time they saw the Gators.
And in that game, the Seminoles just made more plays. It reminded me of back in 1998 when we lost up in Tallahassee, and that essentially knocked us out of the national championship picture. That's the impact these games have in this rivalry.
To the air. It's Croman Hope. And he can't escape, and down he goes. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
To the air, it's Croman Hope. They're working that left side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Florida! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, Florida State, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Hill. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really... And here's the 3rd interception of the night. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line. There are few things that can impact a game more than the ability to hit the other team's quarterback, and that was a big play there.
And I love the team defense on this play. One, excellent job getting to the QB and forcing the errant pass. And how about the secondary on the back end, able to rally that football and pick it up?
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dropping back, it's Lagway. It's complete to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
On the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. You've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Holmes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense.
The Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Pocket starts to collapse, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback, wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
He'll just keep slinging it, trying to get to him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. He's got his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. 10. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 3.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Offense is going draw. The back tries to bounce it to the outside, but look at all the defenders on that play, how they were able to shed their blocks and run. They were able to get hats to the football and force a tackle for loss.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He'll pull it down and run. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Quick handoff. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the right. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to throw. It's Croman Hope. Got a man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Seminoles are on the move. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He'll pull it down. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Long drive here. Play number 12 coming up for this offense. They'll run the screen. Still running at the 40. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Bringing it back. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown Gators! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That's caught. It's Douglas. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they got him for the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking for the score. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Florida State, 0.
And the Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
First down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Wilson.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Complete on third down. Tackle is made after the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Flagway. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Touchdown, Gators! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll bring it out. It's Holmes. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown Seminoles. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Coming out with it, it's Abrams. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
State offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Williams. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
This quarterback doing a lot of good decision-making on that last play. First off, nice job extending, but then understanding what the coverage was, understanding nobody's open, and then going, hey, look, I can go get this myself, and finally, not only am I...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Off the RPO, complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires to the wideout. He's got him, and they convert. And now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Florida, 49. Florida State, 6.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. And he throws another interception. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking to move it through the air. The throw. And they're not on the same page there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals son. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He wants to throw it again. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Oh, he wants it all. Fires into traffic. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Noles are in the hurry-up.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll run play action. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability...
I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense. And finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. That's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He'll run it again. At the 40, there he goes. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. And the Gators have chomped down, and they've put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
13.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Holmes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. If you want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
There's a